Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday, November 17th. We are here in the living room with some very excitable kittens. Uh, I've been trying to leave Tilly out at night more often than letting her stay in the room with the kittens so that she doesn't nurse as much and so that they eat more real food. And so last night she was out, they were in, and they spent all night sleeping. I mean, they just sleep when she's not in there. They just sleep all night. It's pretty impressive, really. And so this morning, they apparently have tons of saved up energy. They are going nuts. Have been going nuts for a while already. Isn't that right, Morgie? Hi, little Morgan Beans. Hi. Hi. Let's give you some pets. Look how just deep the fuzz is on this kitten. Oh, okay. Still looks like a little tiny thundercloud. Oh, hi, Brumbles. And Shire. Hello. Hi, Shire. Oh, okay. Run away. And their mom, Tilly, is right there, of course. She already nursed them a little bit this morning. Custard's out, too. That's why we started down here today instead of upstairs. I knew if I started upstairs, I would just be nervous about Custard being out the whole time, and I would rush through it. So I thought we'd start down here, take our time a little bit, and see if we can leave Custard out while we go upstairs. I know it's taken a little bit of a risk, although Tilly does a pretty good job of keeping him in line if he starts trouble. She doesn't hesitate to end it. So that's been all right. I prefer the conflict not to happen at all because, as I've talked about before, even though Tilly's very good at managing it, the more you let that happen, the more that sort of resentment builds up between them, and then it makes the conflicts happen more often and faster until you get to the point where, say, Logan and Custard are, where they can hardly see each other without wanting to start a fight or just get so worked up. Um, so, so we don't want that to happen, of course. But it's at least good to know that it won't get out of control immediately. I moved their cactus beds out of their room this morning just because I wanted some more space in there. I wanted to clean up a little bit, and they don't use them anymore. I haven't seen them using them in quite a while. So I just put them out here in the living room because the faculty likes them, and we'll just see how long it takes for Logan to decide to pee in one of them. Although he's had a pretty good couple of weeks, so we'll see. Sorry, Alexander. Feel free to mute it. There's nothing I can do about it. So there's just really nothing I can do. So yeah, like I said, feel free to mute it and just watch the cute little kittens. That's certainly what I would do if I were watching this. There's little Brumbles, and this is Clyde up close to us here. I don't think we've seen Clyde yet, except for just a minute ago, of course, in the cat bed. As for news, yesterday there was no close-up because, as I mentioned, we had the contractors in. They did a great job of fixing up the kitchen ceiling. It's been a long time standing. And they did part one, which is basically closing it up and putting on the initial mud, they call it. And they're going to come back tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow they're going to come back and do a little more. And then I think there will be a third visit as well. So it's not 100% done yet, but oh my gosh, it feels so nice to walk into the kitchen and not immediately have a giant hole in the ceiling. It's funny how, even if you don't consciously notice it, it's there in the back of your mind every time you walk into the room, kind of bothering you. So it feels good. Brumbles. Hi, little Brumbles. Hi. I spent a long time hanging out with all of them in their room last night, and that was fun. They all got little treats for the baby food and Snuggled, we had lap time. Rumbles. Speaking of, tomorrow is their second vaccine appointment at the vet. I almost forgot. I think it's tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon, these kids will not be on the stream. They'll be going to the vet with me. But of course, we have the kids upstairs that will be on the stream during that time. So it's not like there will be no kittens at the academy for a while. That's not the case. And last week, as I said, we closed the applications for these kittens because Dawes says they have enough really good applications. And I should mention, I don't want to bring that up without saying, they have probably too many really good applications. So I want to apologize in advance. I know there's definitely going to be some people that end up disappointed. That's just inevitable. There's only so many kittens. But I hope that if you did apply and you don't end up being one of the people selected, it doesn't mean you're a bad person or a bad adopter. And I hope that you sort of keep room in your heart for future possible adoption. Now, all that said, they're going for their second vaccine next week. I'm sorry, tomorrow. Oh boy. They're going for their second vaccine tomorrow, and then it will be another 3 weeks before they get their final vaccine and spays and neuters, and then are presumably eligible to be taken home. So that's in about 3 more weeks they will be here at least. And usually it's a little bit longer than that because we don't always get to schedule the spays and neuters on the day of. Sometimes, there's scheduling that has to be taken into consideration, and then people don't always get to pick them up. In fact, they don't ever get to pick them up the day of. But for boys, we're usually good to have them picked up like the next day, and for girls, just a few days later. For the kittens, mom cats sometimes can take just a little bit longer than that even. Quartzy, what are you doing under there? All right, well, we'll make this a short one because the audio issues. Let's go upstairs and take a quick look at the kittens. And like I said, I know we're sort of taking a risk by leaving Custard out while we do that, but he's been so good so far this morning. So let's go on up there. Hi, Tilly. Where is he, by the way? Logan's hanging out here in the kitten room at the top of the tree. Custard's gone somewhere. I took the loud blue jingly bells that he's got off of his collar because they were just so jingly. Oh, I heard a bell. Okay. I heard something. Still don't see him though. Well, it's a mystery for now. That's all right though. As long as we don't hear anybody yelling and fighting, then we're doing okay. Here. All right, let's go on upstairs. Here we go. So, here we are. This is Truffle and her kittens. Yeah, you said it, Truffle. Oh, your kid said it too. So this is clearly a little saffron here in the front, and you can tell it's her right now because she's the only one that doesn't have her eyes all the way open. But she's getting close. You can see they're open a tiny bit. Maybe by tomorrow she'll be caught up. I think they're 2 weeks old tomorrow, right? Is that right? 2 weeks old tomorrow? So that means that she's on schedule. She's on the kind of the back end of that curve, but she's certainly on a normal schedule as far as getting her eyes open. Nothing unusual about it. Sometimes you have ones that go a little early, and sometimes you have ones that go a little late, but she's still in the normal range. You can see that Mom has still got some eye goobers happening, but she's not too irritated. So that's good at least. And we're still giving her Mom Cat Special for food so that she gets plenty of fluids. And she seems like she's feeling good and healthy. At least as good and healthy as you can with some bothered eyes. Look at her hugging little Mac. Little Mac. Someday he might be a big Mac, but right now he is a little Mac. The big yawn. I missed another yawn there. Hey, buddy. That's as far over as I can get the camera. Well, it's good that they're mostly all nursing right now, but I'd like to get their weights this morning with you if we can. So we can also see them one at a time then. And let's do that. Let's just do it. Hello. We'll go in order just to keep it simple for me and for you. Oh, you weren't even latched on. You were just sitting there. You still have a blepo like you were. Oh, hi. Hi. Yes, hello, Saffron. So this is Saffron. She's the one girl. She hasn't quite got her eyes open, but she's getting there. And today she weighs 9.5 ounces. That sounds very good. Sounds very good to me. There we go. Get a little feel for how she looks up close. What's up, Saffron? Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's going to walk right over the edge. I mean, it's not a far fall or anything. She's on the floor, but she's just go right over. Okay, let's pick you up. Let's bring you back in here to Mom. So that's Saffron. Hi, sweetheart. Okay. Good. Oh, Mom's getting up. Good. That makes our job a little easier. Oh, number 2 would be Mac. So let's take Mac next. This is Macadamia Nut. Macadamia Nut is a little boy with some unique tuxie markings. He is the smallest one in the litter. He has been all along, and today he weighs 8.5 ounces, which sounds good for him. I love the way he's got these little stripes that go right up to his ears. It's very striking. I haven't seen markings like this on a tuxie before. But I know they do happen because we've seen people that have sent us pictures of their cats online that also have that same marking. Really pretty. He's also his a little asymmetrical on the face, which I like because he's got one eye that's in the white and one that's in the black. There you go. You can see that. Very stylish kitten. Yes, you are, buddy. Very tiny, stylish kitten. Much smaller than the others. Yeah. Oh, I hear you, buddy. Okay. Okay. Put you over there. You got all kinds of eye goobs, lady. I gotta clean your face for you, okay? I'll do that as soon as we're done with this close-up. Let me do a little bit right now. Oh, come on. All right, not into it. Number 3 is Champ, and he's right here. So let's see him next. Hi, Champ. You said it, pal. I know you can open your eyes more than that. You feel a little tired. That's okay. Okay, let's put you on the scale and see what you weigh today. Champ weighs 9.7. That's Champ is short for champagne, by the way. So this is Champagne. You're trying to keep track of what the official names are. Yes, and he's another little boy. Little ginger boy. Ginger boys are some of our favorite kittens. They're all some of our favorite kittens, though, aren't they? But I think gingers are the only type of kittens that we've had, cats that we've had two of at the same time. 'Cause we really dig them. All right, so that's Champ, and then this is our last one is Caviar. Oh, Caviar. Cav. I threatened to call him Ro. Guess that's a cool name. I don't know. He hasn't got a nickname that's stuck yet. I'm just calling him Caviar so far. 9.6 for Caviar. It's a good name. I think it's not bad. What's up, Cav? And there's always one in the group that has to yell about everything about being picked up, and that's Caviar in this group. He's the big yeller. He's a little yellow kitten. He likes to yell. There's people, and I knew something about this recently, and now I can't remember what it was. But there's people that call ginger kittens yellow. My mom's one of them. She uses the word yellow to describe them. When I don't think yellow suits them very well. I think they are definitely more orange, but I think it's a regional thing. And I think it might predate the use of yellow. I mean, might predate the use of the word orange as a color descriptor, perhaps. Maybe I've got that backwards, but in his case, he's definitely yellow. You can hear him. Yes, exactly. Yelling, 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 yelling. I know. So definitely a little yeller kitten. Okay, buddy. Okay. Anyway, I think they're all doing very well, especially since we changed Mom's diet to have a little more water in it to make sure she stays all hydrated. And I think that made a big difference in the kitten's intake, too. So that's good. Everybody's feeling really good. Although you're still a little squinty. Yeah, you've been squinty since you showed up. I hope you're getting over that soon, kiddo. She's still being a very good mom and a big snuggler. I come in here sometimes and just put her in my lap and she'll just sit there and hang out and purr and purr and purr. She's got a big purr all the time. Very happy. Taking good care of her kittens too, as you can see. So that's Caviar again. You can tell them, Caviar and Champ, you can tell apart a couple ways. But the way that I tend to notice right away is that Caviar has that white that goes way up to a peak at the top of his head, and Champagne's is more flat and doesn't come up quite as far. I know it's subtle, but definitely a good way to tell the difference. You haven't? Well, I did say we would cut this one a little bit short. So, no, it's not. Yeah, this is Memorex. Is it live? Is it Memorex? Wow, am I old? Apparently I am. Um, anyway, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to this close-up. I'm sorry about the audio issues, even though I don't have any control over that. Maybe it's as simple as remembering to reboot my phone before we start the stream next time. I'll give that a try, and hopefully it'll clear up any issues. I know seems like these days there's lots of things that kind of get stuck on Android in general. So frequent reboots. Can you hear Mom purring? Let's put the microphone right by her. I don't know if you can hear that, but she's really got it going. Anyway, I gotta go make sure that Custard doesn't start any trouble and find some breakfast. I gotta vacuum and do all the chores. So lots to take care of today. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's going to be a very busy day. The contractors are back in the morning. The kittens downstairs are going to the vet in the afternoon for their vaccines. So there may or may not again be a close-up tomorrow, but I'll try. And if we don't get one, I hope you can excuse me. We'll catch you on Thursday instead. Meanwhile, really appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. And, well, we'll see you when we see you. Have a good one. Thanks, everybody.